Jingle all the way. It's Christmas time, the bells are ringing their chime. We're hard at work down the line, we're all doing our work just fine. It's the engine's busiest time of the year on Sodor, and there are more passengers and more deliveries than any other time of year, but they don't mind because it keeps them jolly and happy and sees everyone's happy faces, as it was only 4 days before Christmas and the Fat Controller loves getting organised and prepares for special occasions. Thomas and Percy were admiring the Christmas tree at Knapford Station. The Fat Controller was organising a surprise for all his engines this evening, and Thomas and Percy were keeping it a secret because they know what it is and they're allowed to help with the special. I can't wait for the big surprise, said Percy. Me neither, agreed Thomas, because I can't think who deserves to keep it a secret more than us. Then the Fat Controller came to see the two engines. I need one of you to collect a package from the docks, he said. I'll go, sir, said Percy. Very well, said the Fat Controller. Off you go, then. And Percy set off, singing away. The holly and the ivy, when they're both full grown, all of the trees that are in the woods, the holly bears the crown. Oh, the rising of the sun, oh, the rising of the deer, sang Thomas and the Fat Controller. The playing of the merry organ, seats swinging in the choir. And I would like you to collect some important goods from Wayside Village Station, the Fat Controller said to Thomas. I'm on my way, said Thomas. Percy was collecting his train from the docks. He told Cranky about the secret of what Thomas and Percy were preparing for. Just then, Salty pulled up beside Percy. What are you, me hearties, doing? Asked Salty. Nothing, said Percy. No, we're just chatting away, said Cranky, and Percy hurried off to meet Thomas. Thomas was at Wayside Village Station collecting his important goods. He was talking to Harold the helicopter about the secret surprise. Then Rheneas and Arthur arrived. Looks like they're up to something, whispered Rheneas to Arthur. What's going on? Asked Arthur. But Thomas and Harold pretended they weren't there, and Thomas puffed away and Harold flew off. Thomas and Percy met at Eltwood Station and were feeling more excited more than ever. Dodge and Splatter pulled in next to them. What are you up to? Said the twins. But Thomas and Percy were too busy talking to notice them. The Diesels were wondering because they were whispering to each other, and so they set off. Dodge and Splatter met Peter, Sam and Scarlurry. Thomas and Percy seem to be behaving very strangely, they said. Do you know what they're up to? No, replied Peter Sam. I hope they're not being naughty, said Scarlurry. Not at this time of year. I think we should go and tell that to the other engines. The story soon spread throughout the island. Scarlurry and Peter Sam told Mavis, Boker, Bill, Ben, Rusty, Fearless Freddy, Duncan and Sir Handel at the quarry about Thomas and Percy. Rheneas told Duke and Mighty Mac. Arthur told Murdoch, Harvey, Emily, Spencer and Lady on the main line. Salty told Rosie, Dennis, Neville, Oliver, Toad, Stepney and Molly at a junction. Lady told Bertie at the level crossing. Emily told Donald and Douglas at Weltwood Station. Stepney told Toby and Henrietta for Farquhar. Rosie told Duck at the docks. Toby told Terence at the windmill. Dennis told Diesel and Teasel 10 on the other railway and telling them to keep out of trouble whatever Thomas and Percy were up to. Donald and Douglas told James, Gordon, Henry and Edward at the sheds. Bertie told Annie and Clarabelle the coaches knew what Thomas and Percy were up to, but they didn't say a word. And even James told the Fat Controller at Knapford Station. I'm not going to tell you, said the Fat Controller, but I would like everyone to be here at 6 o'clock. We'll be there, said James. When everyone came to Knapford Station it was pitch black. Whatever are Thomas and Percy up to, wondered Duncan. This must be some sort of trick, said Gordon. But the Fat Controller told us to come here, said Murdoch. Then Thomas and Percy blew their whistles and surprise! All the Christmas lights lit up, and there were a lot of people, and the Fat Controller. Merry Christmas, everyone, he shouted cheerfully. This is a reward for all my engines and buses, asked Bertie. And buses, said the Fat Controller, for all their hard work. A very special get-together just in time for Christmas. So that's what Thomas and Percy were up to, explained Mavis. They planned this secret surprise, said Edward. I'm so glad we didn't know about it, said Fearless Freddy, otherwise it would have ruined the surprise. Agreed Emily. Then Harold the helicopter flew over and dropped presents round the Christmas tree at Knapford Station, which was sent by Father Christmas, and the party began. The engines whistled and everyone cheered. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The engines on the island of Sodor thought this was the best Christmas ever, and Thomas and Percy had to agree that no engine could be prouder than those on the Fat Controller's Railway.